G'day guys, this is Broadcasting Because, and welcome to a brand new sort of mini-series for this channel called the AFL Talking Point. So what this series is going to involve is me talking about some of the most pressing and relevant issues and questions floating around the AFL world today. But what I also want is for you guys to get involved in the conversation in the comments section below. This is where I want to do some of the talking, but I want you guys to do a lot of it as well. So what better way to start off the AFL Talking Point than to ask the most pressing question at the moment in the AFL world, and that is Gary Ablett Jr. the best we've ever seen? Is Gary Ablett Jr. the best player to ever pull on an AFL jersey? And I think, yes, he is. But it's not a blanket yes. I'm sure a lot of people are already jumping all over me saying, oh, you can't have seen every player to ever play the game, oh, he's not the best in the world, oh, go the Pies. But I think Gary Ablett is the best of our time, and I hope to put across the viewpoint that he is in fact the best we've ever seen. For as long as I can remember, Malcolm Blight has been held up as the best there ever was, the best AFL player that Australia has ever produced. And you take a look at some of his statistics. He was a Brownlow medalist in 1978, a Coleman medalist in 82 in the old VFL. He was a 4-time North Melbourne leading goal kicker, a 2-time premiership player, and a damn good coach to follow that. 163 games at Woodville in the SANFL. He kicked 359 goals before a move to North Melbourne in the VFL, and in 178 games he kicked 444 goals. A truly remarkable feat for a truly stunning player. Now, I'm not one to go purely off stats, and I'm very disappointed that I never got to see Malcolm Blight play, but from looking at some of the vision and the highlights, he is just such a remarkable player. He is very much, I think, the Gary Ablett Jr. of their time. But the way I see it, Gary Ablett Jr. is just that bit more. Look at his stats breakdown. He's a 2-time premiership player in 2007-2009 with the Geelong Cats, a premiership winner and a Brownlow medalist in 2009 as well. He's a 6-time straight All-Australian, and no doubt he'll be there again this year in 2013. He's a Geelong leading goal scorer in 2006, and also the Gold Coast Suns leading goal scorer in 2012. To do that in a struggling team, a developing team, as a midfielder is such a remarkable feat. In 2009, he broke the record for the most times a player has gathered 40 disposals or more in a season, that being 6 times, and he also equalled Nathan Buckley's record of 46 disposals in a game in that year, which he further went on to break, gathering 53 disposals against Collingwood in 2012, and that was in a defeat as well. Now, I know it's nigh on impossible to compare players from different eras, different vintages and different teams, but when you look at Gary Ablett, ever since he came to the Gold Coast, I think that he has proven himself to be one of, if not the best we've ever seen pull on an AFL jersey. You watch how he's changed ever since he's come to the Gold Coast. He does not put a foot wrong in any game. He not only carries the team, but he is just pulling these tricks out of nowhere. I watched the game against St Kilda earlier this year in round 1 2013. Some of the goals he kicked in that are incredible. His ball use and disposal efficiency is unmatched, and so is his knowledge of the game. The pedigree running through his blood is just top notch, and I would go as far as to argue he was better than his old man, but of course they're different positions and it's very difficult to argue. Gary Ablett Jr., even at this stage in his career, I would have as a future Hall of Famer and potentially in the team of all time, because I don't believe there is a player in the competition now, nor has there ever been a player in the competition that could match Gary Ablett for skill, awareness, knowledge of the game, and ability to pull it off out of absolutely nowhere. There are some things that only Gary Ablett can do, and he pulls them out with ease. He puts on a clinic every weekend and is just such a joy to watch. That's why I think Gary Ablett is the best player that we have ever seen in an AFL VFL jersey. So there you go, guys, that's my take on things. My view is that Gary Ablett Jr. is the best player we've ever seen in AFL VFL history. Now, this is the important part. Be sure to head down to that comment section below, guys, and let me know what you think. Let your voice be heard. Who do you think is the best AFL player or VFL player we've ever heard of or ever seen? I think it's Gary Ablett Jr. What do you guys think? Also, be sure to leave your suggestions for the next AFL talking point in the comment section below too. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Cheers and stay tuned.